Hello, everyone. Continuing. Ugh. We're here.
If nothing else,
I
the
heard
Inquisition
Celine was
back in
having the
Gaspard
entire
was
wing redecorated, but
You
the
know
timing
how
is
life is.
atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
I heard the Grand Duke invited the Inquisition here.
Gaspard never struck me as pious. He must think he gains. I had no idea. I wish there was more news coming from the Grand Cathedral.
Good news is becoming an increasingly rare commodity.
Who did I bring with me again? Who did I bring with me? I forgot. Who did I bring with me?
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen.
Lady Inquisitor Valen.
Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground,
Remember to smile. This is all for show, my dear.
champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena,
Get on
My
with
God.
it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter
Okay,
of the
so
Imperial
Vivienne.
Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, the Lady Inquisitor's elven serving man, Solus, Sir Cullen Stanton Rutherford of Conley, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall, Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Alright. That was funny. That's funny.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you get such nonsense?
April 19th.
Those stories are little more than wishful thinking, my lady.
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette, stop.
Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette! That's
Irritator.
absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent. Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
I'll see you.
Another time.
I'm pretty sure I saw Cross here. Did I not?
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with upper states?
Commander Cullen? You just...
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the
Inquisitor,
finest in the Empire.
did you need something?
It's such
The
a
sooner we
pity
track down
that
this
things-
infiltrator, the better.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk.
I await your...
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace?
Laurent was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
Be ready to...
Always.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say? He points the finger at Ambassador Briala. The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
Morgan.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court? The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivienne was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength. That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for. She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Leave us.
The packet in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Good to know.
does.
Boring.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life, if not fight for his destiny?
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, it's war. It is brutal. And
Another...
I should look around. Well, that's useful.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one else gone in there tonight and come out again.
our man was supposed to make a pickup in the hours ago. Bastards lie now.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché?
Well, well. What's this?
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awful fish of this, Philippe. Running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
My lady Inquisitor. May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Céline is the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
That's a generous offer.
The Empress believes wholeheartedly that the Inquisition...
She looks forward to cementing a...
As soon as...
But we have taken enough.
Please.
This is a private conversation.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that
or the heady blend of power, intrigue, danger, and sex that permeates these events.
What's with the hat? What is with that hat?
In dancing?
A great deal. Although dancing with an elven apostate would favors with the court. Perhaps once our business here is done.
You seem more comfortable with a Grand Orlesian ball than I'd have expected.
I have seen countless such displays in my journeys in the Fade. The powerful have always been the same. Only the costumes change.
Have you seen anything useful?
No, sadly. I do not have the look of one of the elven servants, or I might well be invisible. I wonder how masked men live their lives without ever seeing that servants have an entire society of their own. If you want to find something useful, I would pay attention to what the servants do.
Have you encountered any trouble with the nobles?
The Orlesians don't quite know what to make of me. I have kept to myself, for fear of giving them some purchase to cling to. The food and drink are excellent, however, and the servants have been happy to refill my glass.
I'll be back.
And well.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
I had to go let my mom in. So if no one knows, I have a I think I told this the other day. So I let my mom in the other day as well. But my cousin knows how to unlock the doors, and he's really young, so we have a baby-proof lock that latches on. We have it on one door, and then we lock it onto the other. And no matter how you try to get in, you can't get in with that thing on. It's funny, really funny. And I forgot to actually lock the door, but I remembered to put that thing on. I don't have magic. Where do I? It is.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share.
Recent events.
Recently I found and killed an agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Brial.
The ambassador received what
Another time, perhaps?
Who was that Inquisition officer over there? You'll never get to him. He wouldn't even dance with the Comtesse d'Argent.
Guess they're talking about Colin.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
This could be worth checking out.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Oh, no, no, no. Man. I need that hollow statue. I need that hollow statue. God. Damn it. Take it nice and slow. Drop down. My God. brutal.
Let's look around.
I'll set you.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke. Venatori agents! The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Oh. Hi.
Get ready! Ready yourselves!
Back me up!
Force them out!
An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
They're upon us! Weapons ready! The warrior! Hold still!
Fancy meeting you here. Inquisitor Llewellyn. Slumming in the servants' quarters with the rest of your people, for once. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
I'm glad to meet you finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. It will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
Gaspard killed him, I think. The knife has a Chalon crest on the hilt.
I knew it. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
The
You can try to warn her. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal?
I would consider...
We can... I know. And...
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear.
No.
Everyone plays it here.
How the hell? Here we go. What just happened?
Stories of your... Do you feel... Ready?
On a moment. Yeah.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
Stay alert.
I'll be what...
Inquisitor Lavellen. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our civil war?
The effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations.
Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing, just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It's crumbling.
Get into the sun is then. You have an idea. What Corypheus wants is to foil his plan. The Empire must remain strong.
And it doesn't need to be...
Do you realize what you're...
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one. You're asking me to...
More than that. Whoever controls the Imperial...
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler.
Because she led Orlais to this point.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours. I can't...
You must.
You could speak...
If Gaspard is guilty...
What did... She said Gaspard's mercenary captain...
Which could be a...
Or a lead.
Then get me...
At once.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
It may not have been wise to attend this particular engagement yet.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
I would love to hear,
Gaspard
but...
will ruin us
Look
all.
at Lady Cambien's slippers. Into the lake and right to the bottom. What a... There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose in your buckles, on shoes. Besides, a great slipper and his ability of shoe play of well. Lady Cambien's family has recently lost their title. So,
How did Cambion acquire such a grand shoe, hmm? What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know. I always...
Lady.
You, Inquisitor. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will say...
Good evening.
We have a court
Mistress
approval of 100.
What a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Far too long. How's your family?
Inquisitor Lavellum, how many of the guests have mistaken you for a kitchen servant? You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I found an elven locket hidden among Celine's things. This isn't yours, is it?
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspar had this, it would have ruined her.
It might have meant something to her.
Maybe it did. She held on to it.
We'll speak
another time. Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with... Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
That is... I'll get her...
No one questions. They don't question how I found the
We did
locket.
not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things. I found an... It was... I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do. She wanted change. And she... My word is law, Inquisitor. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the path...
Maybe you kept it because you...
Perhaps I do. But I cannot put her above all the people of my empire. Dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing to me.
I don't believe that.
Where has that servant gone? Elves.
I've an idea.
Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Good to know. I had no idea.
Did I see you talking to Duke Cyril de Montfort?
I was merely being polite.
People? Don't give me that. I've seen the way he looks at you.
It's just a red circle now on that thing. Just gonna go find more cigarettes.
Duke Gaspard wants another bottle of brandy. We'd better have 2 or 3 at the ready.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
He should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition honor guards now than there were before?
You're seeing things.
How does things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Both the Empress and the Grand Duke look angry. This can't be good.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the...
Interesting. Well, that's useful.
What the hell?
Where is that lazy elf? I sent him down to the cellar for more wine hours ago. Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win
Where
over
is that lazy elf? I sent him down to the cellar for more wine hours...
Maximilian swept me off my feet.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us.
How's your family in Valchevin?
No complaints, my dear, no
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Inquisitor?
Is it true Inquisitor was handed out of the Fade by Andraste?
Where is elf? I sent him down to the cellar for
My
more
dear
wine
Maximilian. It took 4
You have such
chevaliers
beautiful hair, Commander.
to kill him.
Thank you.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Ugh. So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out.
Excellent.
Oh, sweet Gérard. My 5th husband fell to his death from the bell tower of the Grand Cathedral.
He just fell to his death.
I cannot believe you did.
Just gossip. Waste of time.
Emissaries to Kal Shurak.
Just gossip.
How are the talks proceeding?
They remind me of the assembly of Warzone. It can't be that bad.
Right. I'm hurt. I'm supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace.
Well, not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room. It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing. I knew her. Now she wants to play revolution, but I... Would you... If the...
Go to the ballroom.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Oh.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
You're telling me that Empress Celine...
Please, I beg you, don't tell. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been counted. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes...
Clever Celine. Even I'm impressed.
I don't know which is worse. Using tactic or him for falling for it.
Don't breathe.
I can promise that. I have no intention of dying, Inquisitor.
I don't know how far that'll take me back, but... So...
You painted Orlesian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
You're such
Oh,
a
Lola.
challenge to read. I had a... It was... Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him. Oh, in that... A kill. It will make a...
To arms, Venatori! Andraste's tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right? Mate, I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think... Well, his sister. But it had... But all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything.
You're...
Born and raised... The Duke wanted to move, so he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay.
He's going to attack tonight.
You want me to talk to the Empress, or the court, or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it. Venatori! To arms!
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
This
There's
should
no
be
time.
fun.
The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor?
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted?
I seem to recall you saying, all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining.
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe... Gaspard?
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private, elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together?
Of course.
Thanks to Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain will testify that he hired men...
Hired thugs? I didn't...
Don't be naive, Celine.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
Gaspard is a bully. Is that the worst you can say of me?
Briala found all of this out for your sake.
In light of overwhelming evidence, you are hereby sentenced to death. I can scarcely believe you did all this.
Celine.
Thank you, I owe... You have done so much. For my people and... for us.
We won't forget this.
It was my...
We truly are. Lords and ladies of the court, this is a night for celebration. Those who sought to poison our empire with treason brought to justice. It is a new age for Orlais. We shall build a world in which all men and women live in harmony. Let the cornerstone of change be laid. I introduce the new member of our court, Marquise Briala of the Dales.
This is not just a this is a triumph for over a We can do so much more. Together, we will start by saving our world from the who took the divine and tore the sky apart. This evening, we are already tracking these Tevinter agents.
But that is tomorrow. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
Everyone suddenly wants to talk to me. You, at least, I'm glad to see.
Then I have happy news, as you shall be seeing a great deal more of me. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
You know, Morgan's hair hasn't changed. It's just gotten a little bit longer, but it's still the same, you know.
Welcome to...
A most... I shall meet you.
It's still the same. Just a little bit longer. That's all. That's all. Seriously, what is with that hat?
I'm not surprised to find you out here. Thoughts?
We achieved all our goals. I'm enjoying the moment of peace while it lasts.
You should. They're fleeting enough. Hang on to them when you can. Come. Before the band stops playing, dance with me.
I'd love to.
Why did they give him that hat? Like, seriously.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor, please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot
have Lady Leliana and not be
Honor and Cassandra.
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Are the Grand Clerics truly unable to elect a divine?
Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the...
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Liliana and Cassandra would...
And they cert. The Inquisitor has only You must don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. The support of the Empire should make our search for the Grey Wardens easier. Varric is eager to help his friend Hawk.
Sorry. Talking to my mama.
Going well, I hope?
What's been going on?
Ambassador Montelier sent me a basket of flowers to thank me for my work with the Inquisition. She's so lovely.
You know I've got no problem with Orlesians, but Halam Sharal was a mess. At least under the Qun, you don't get everyone tripping on each other's dicks while the country goes to crap.
I hate politics.
You've got a crappy job then, boss.
Your worship.
Can you think?
A few Orlesian nobles didn't like how things ended at the winter. They're not rebelling outright, but they brought in mercenary companies and the charges have the nobles will lose the men they met for causing trouble, and the Inquisition gets some.
We'll talk.
When the champion was there.
I visited the Sabre clan. They'd lost their Hala. There was talk of an exchange.
That's elven stuff. I heard there weren't any Dalish left.
Inquisitor, it was amazing. Sorry, slow down. Your quartermaster outfitted me, and I got trained to hunt the bandits near my home, in your name. I hired Voth here. Don't tell anyone, he's a mage. A good one, though. Thank you for trusting me, your worship. I'll pay you back, I swear.
Good work.
Yes. Won't we, Voth? He doesn't...
One for the Empress. For Gaspard. Briala. The Duchess. And Coryphophus. Right in the dangle bag.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A pretty one, sure. How many lives are worth one Empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
I don't know. You want to stop a party? I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an Empress. We patched their spat, Briala and the Celine, but without their breakup, none of it would have happened like that.
That was a mistake on their part. It made everything worse.
Wrong way around, Inquisitor. It started worse. Lots of people died before there was a hole in the sky. That's who you're saving. If you get a chance, maybe remind...
You all right, sir?
Of course.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
What did you think of the masks?
What masks?
The masks. Everyone had them on their faces.
Those weren't their faces.
I'll talk to you later.
And how much did you need?
We'll make good use of it.
Hmm? Hmm? What the hell?
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris, stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served. With Sky, I think I like this job. There are, although, I couldn't suggest how, that is better decided at your war table.
As you
We are. Of course. Another.
The clerics, one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day, you watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
You're not the only candidate. What?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
So this is...
I've agreed to...
And if the Chantry...
Then I will do what... I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now. For now?
Grand, isn't it? To know the sanctity of our great institutions is intact.
Say what now?
The Empress. She holds the throne, as she should. And buoyed with that glory go my...
Right,
My glory is
Now...
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't lay. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
I read your...
That's a pretty common reaction.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations, the machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Sharau, I understand why, and how I missed court intrigue.
I'm pleased you had a good time.
Political gambits, broken promises, half-truths. It is a palace full of motivation, and motivation is where great things happen. In any event, Celine should now be a steadfast ally, and Briala as well, thanks to your efforts on her behalf. Hello.
We'll talk later.
Dara.
Marvelous bidet, reconcilers, mediating, so sugary it's nauseating. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something to do more often then.
Watch as you twist an entire empire around your little finger. Yes, please. Of course, that leaves only Tevinter. And it wouldn't work as well there.
No. Why not?
Our dances are so much more intense. If an evening lacks a murder, we sniff and call it a ball. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should...
As you...
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
If the Chantry is a sinking ship, I say let her sink.
The Chantry did terrible things to your people. I understand why you might hate it. But do you think ages of elven hatred will just disappear if the Chantry does? Without the Chantry to guide, that hatred will spiral out of control. It was the Chantry that taught people hate and fear. If the Chantry led them to this place, it can lead them out of it. The people are sheep.
I love that angle.
They need to follow. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems. At your service, my lady. I'll...
My dear, I'm afraid I must help.
What's up?
There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, and unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart we've arranged to work as a... I'll do what I can. Thank you. I shall give the location of its... I eagerly... to win that title for the elves, but you surely know it will end in a bloodbath. Did you need something, darling?
Bloop.
I told them the offer was the best we could do.
And of course they said no. They want to choke us. They think we're too remote to do anything about it. Shame.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike. Indeed, although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
Let's speak later.
Fair.
To work?
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I am not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
That's amazing. Kiss my freaking ass.
Let us begin.
Hey. Hmm.
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentecost.
Whoa.
Still waiting for your letter of marque or commendation or whatever?
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Yes, and I respect...
As do I. Not that he's willing to listen. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Is there...
If anyone could... Mages have made their... They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always. Cullen has a chance to break that leash. He can do this.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Cullen, if you need to talk...
You don't have... I never meant for this to interfere.
I believe you.
But whatever good it does, promises me nothing if I cannot keep them. You asked what happened to Ferelden's Circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall Circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Yes.
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
You give enough, Cullen. I'm not asking you for more. The Inquisition can be your chance to start over, if you want it to be.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
All right. I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
Jump.
The war in Olay has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
Yeah, we all do.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
Yep.
We should...
we're gonna go and check out the store so we can see if we have the best armor. This is the armor store, correct? Yes. Sniper bow. Rogue.
Perhaps I was numbed by the tearing of the sky.
How odd that more men show up at the manor to speak with you. You and not I. Nothing uncivil.
Did it finally load up? Did it finally load up? Alright. Done, Dorian. Let's do the mages now. Ugh. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There we go. Hmm. Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I had to wait because I want to do that all quest for Josephine, so I had to wait till I don't know which way I want to go. I'll see you all tomorrow. I will be playing Inquisition again. Hopefully to get this all over and done. Bye. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.